Hello, here's the news at this hour on Tstv. I am Mobola Badekale. Here are some major headlines. ASUU urges federal government to take out IPPIS as condition to call off strike. Polytechnic IBADAN senior staff begin 3-day warning strike. Biden unfolds transition plan, launches COVID-19 task force, and in the water sport, Aston Villa gunned down Arsenal 3-0. And now, the news in details. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASUU, urged the federal government to leave the Integrated Payroll Personnel Information System, IPPIS, as condition to call off its ongoing strike in the country. Professor Biodun Ogunyemi, ASUU president, said this in a statement made available to newsmen on Sunday in Abuja that the ongoing strike may still linger if the government failed to meet its demand. ASUU president therefore noted that what has stalled meaningful dialogue was government's insistence that the payment of the withheld salaries and other entitlements of its members would only be effected through the Integrated Payroll and Personnel Information System, IPPIS. He, however, said the ASUU was at the final stage of integrity test of the Transparency and Accountability Solution, UTAS, with the National Information Technology Development Agency. The president has said those who allowed the recent NSAS protest degenerate into the destruction of lives and properties in the country must account for their actions. Senior Special Assistant on Media and Publicity to the President, Garba Shehu, said Muhammad Buhari made this known on Sunday in an interview with newsmen. It is reported that the Central Bank of Nigeria froze 20 accounts of NSAS champions, while another promoter of the movement, Modupe Odele, was prevented from traveling last week and had a passport seized by the Nigerian Immigration Service. When asked whether his principal was aware of the development, Shehu said the protesters must face the law, as he added that some politicians who promoted the NSAS demonstration, including those of the People's Democratic Party, should publicly denounce the attendant destruction caused by the protest. The senior staff of the Polytechnic IBADAN have embarked on a 3-day warning strike to drive home their demand for the immediate implementation of the minimum wage. The strike action is in line with the resolution of the Congress of the Polytechnic IBADAN chapter of the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria Polytechnics, held on Wednesday, 4th of November 2020 at the North Campus Pavilion of the institution. The Congress had deliberated on the major issues affecting the welfare of members, ranging from minimum wage, selective implementation of the 2013 Scheme of Service, state of health center, activity of consultation, undermining the autonomy of the institution, and conversion resignation of staff. The Congress, however, after noting the futility of several efforts made by the leaders of the union in engaging the management, council, and government, including 14-day and 7-day ultimatums, resolved to issue a 48-hour notice of a warning strike from today, Monday 9th, to Wednesday, 11th November 2020. The Commissioner of Police in Oyo State, Mr. Chuks Enwawu, said the police will not fold their arms and watch criminals shed the blood of innocent persons in the name of any protest in the state. The CP called on the traditional rulers as well as other stakeholders, including parents and guardians, to appeal to their children and subjects not to embark on any act that could lead to a breakdown of law and order in the state. Enwawu, who said this on Sunday in a statement by the police public relations officer, Mr. Olupenga Fadi, lamented the loss of lives recorded during the violence that trailed the last NSAS protest in the state, adding that there was a massive destruction of properties and stealing of police arms and ammunition. The news on Tstv will be back right after this. Welcome back, and after some foreign stories, Democrat Joe Biden and his advisors have started work on how to address the nation's coronavirus crisis while reinforcing his intention to bridge America's gap in political divisions. The president-elect at the weekend made clear that tackling the pandemic was a top priority, just as former President George Bush and world leaders congratulated him on his victory. While Biden forged ahead with the transition plans, some key Republican lawyers have expressed their support for Trump's lawsuits of challenging the outcome of the election. Disclosing Biden's immediate plans to begin work after his victory, Deputy Campaign Manager Kate Bedingfield said the incoming president will launch a coronavirus task force on Monday today to plot the way forward, led by former Surgeon General Vivek Murthy and former Food and Drug Administration Commissioner David Kessler. The leader of the Tigray region in the northern Ethiopia has called on the African Union to intervene to stop the country from spiraling into civil war. In a televised statement, Debretsion Gebremichael said Tigray would continue to defend itself until the federal government agreed to negotiate. Meanwhile, reports from the neighboring Amhara region said 100 federal soldiers were being treated for wounds. However, Mr. Abiy earlier, without explanation, sacked his army chief, head of intelligence, and former foreign minister, while the new army chief, Birhanu Jula, said federal troops had captured 4 towns in western Tigray. And now to the exciting world of sport. Arsenal suffered back-to-back home Premier League defeats after Oli Watkins helped Aston Villa to a 3-0 win at the Emirates Stadium. Oli Watkins took its tally to 6 Premier League goals for the season as Aston Villa claimed a shock 3-0 victory at Arsenal in the Premier League on Sunday. Villa had taken lead when Arsenal defender Bukayo Saka accidentally slid the ball into his own net before Watkins made the result certain in the second half. However, Arsenal had only won 1 of the 6 games under Mikel Arteta when trailing a half-time before this encounter, and some clinical finishings from Watkins stifled any hopes of a fight back. Chelsea and Milan are both chasing the signature of Malmo defender Anel Ahmedhodzic, a 21-year-old who could be available for around £10 million when the transfer window reopens in January. Chelsea sees Ahmedhodzic as a potential long-term replacement for Thiago Silva, while Milan is eager to bolster their defending ranks to a challenge for the Serie A title. And with that, we've come to the end of the news. Here is a recap of the major headlines. ASUU urges federal government to take out IPPIS condition to call off strike. Polytechnic IBADAN senior staff begin 3-day warning strike. Biden unfolds transition plans, launches COVID-19 task force, and in the world of sports, you heard Aston Villa gunned down Arsenal 3-0. Please do not forget to always adhere to COVID-19 safety measures. The news was compiled by Hope Chijoke. I am Mobola Badekale. Good day and thank you for watching.